Hello. How you're all doing? I hope you're doing good. Hello, Josephine. Hello, Evka. Hello, Kate. Larissa, welcome. Ewald, welcome. I think today is going to be a bit different than the others because a lot of people have been trying to catch up. So I imagine that we will be talking about the first 3 books again for all the people that have missed it, just for a tiny bit. There are probably going to be spoilers in that. Then we will discuss A Storm of Sisters. The first half of this will be spoiler free, and then we will continue into spoilers for this one. So, hello Jess. Have you done it? Have you read the 250 pages? Welcome. Did you manage? Yeah, now I'm wondering. No. Well, it's gonna be fine, Jess, because we're gonna talk about the first 3 books for a bit, because you're not the only one who wanted to catch up. And then we're gonna talk about this first spoiler free, so you can still join in on that, and then we will be doing the ending. Honestly, I was shocked by the ending the first time, so I would not watch the spoilers if you want to continue read it by yourself. Just so you know. Oh. How much are you missing? We want to know, Jess. About 100 pages left. Alright. Well, you still did amazing. Get it through nearly over. Yeah, that's great. And that's why I'm like, yeah, we have to talk about the whole series for a bit. I also didn't finish the book, but I just don't want to miss his life. Oh, I love that, Eka. Thank you. I will warn all of you that we will go into spoilers, because that ending the first time really got me. So I don't want you to be spoiled for that. Let me see why. Yes. It's weird. It's being weird. Let me check if I can put the chat better. It's not really letting me for some reason, so sorry. You had a great run through the books. I hope you enjoyed it, Jess, because you put a lot of effort into that. So, aww. Yeah, that was sweet, right? His kid's lovely. Oh, I love them all. So it was that bird. Oh, then it's good. I was a bit worried about it. Like, oh no. What if she's not gonna love them and has to read them all in a week? I have guesses. I don't know where you're at in the book, so I can't foresee if you can guess it or not. I was so angry at the ending. I finished the book last week because I thought the lecture it was supposed to be last Sunday, Larissa. It was. However, a few people had problems with delivering books and a lot of life stuff going on. So for at least half of the people, it was better to have it this week. So we decided to skip it a week. But you were right, it was supposed to be last Sunday. Hello, Janet. How did you do? You're at chapter 21. Let me check where that is. I almost made it. I have 45 minutes left on the next. No. Can you truly get it then? Because that will... I applaud you. That is way too fast for me. I can't do that. Let me check where you're at. This is chapter 20. Oh, you're good. You're far in. You're on 70. Jess, you cannot guess it. The ending. Because there has been no clue yet. So the only way you can guess it is based on my reaction that I hated it. I was shocked. So if you're gonna think what's the worst thing that can happen, in this book to Denise, then you might guess it. But there have been no clues in the book yet. Julie! I'm at the barbecue fence. I just wanted to say hi. I gave it for. Oh, I love it, Elena. Thank you so much for saying hi. I hope you have a lovely barbecue over there. And great. 4 stars is good. I'm not complaining. No, you're absolutely not crazy, Larissa. Absolutely not. You are right. So, yeah, all good. Was this, because this was, you have now reread them all. Was this still your favorite book? Eileen, I have fun with the friends and barbecue. Yes, definitely. Imagine listening to a book being read by Alvin and his brothers. Right? I could not do that either. Like, 1.5 is the most for me. If the narrator is really, really slow, I can put a 1.75, but that's it. I've done 2 once, but that narrator was crazy slow. Like, crazy. Yeah, I get it. So, a lot of you had to catch up. Tell me, what do you think of the series? Which one was your favorite book? Did you give anyone under 3 stars? Because then we have to kick some people. No, it's fine. Please tell me. Please tell me your honest opinion. Oh no, not that kind of an. I was very upset. I was very angry, and I was like, Michelle, you cannot do this to us. Girl, like, don't leave us hanging here. But the epilogue kind of makes up for it, but I don't know. Yes, so good. I have to be fair with you, Larissa. I did like this way better on the second read than on the first. Have fun, Helena. Please do so. I gave them all 5 stars so far. Nice, good. Same old no chocolate speed for me. No, I cannot do it. I'm not fast enough for that, and I speak very, very fast, but I can't do it. You have to kick me out, and because the last one was a 3 for me, but my face. No, you have the same favorite as me, so that kind of makes up for it. Tangle Spell's my favorite. Yes, same. Closely followed by Pinch Man. Absolutely true for me too. This one was probably my least favorite. This was my least favorite. The first read was a 4 star for me too. But I don't know if I want to up it now. Because I did love it way more in the second time that I've read it. I think it's because now I know. I feel like this book has very different vibes than the other books. But the second time going in, I knew what to expect from the vibe, so I could just enjoy the story and Michelle Harrison writing. Because, yeah, that's just perfect for me. I did think the third Tangle spells my... Yeah, me too, because... Gingerbread witchy vibes? I'm here for it. I love it. And also the Spooky Forest. I love the Spooky Forest. But if we're gonna talk about the previous ones, which Ancestors and Curse good, Ghosts and Pirates good. I had to think like, what? Yeah, which Ancestors and Curse was good. Yes, I love that one. The Ghosts and the Pirates good. Good Evil Witches and Time Forest. Great. Yeah. The Spooky Time Forest was my favorite. I did really like the story of the pirate book. That makes sense. I believe the first one. Yeah, the first one is always special to me because it introduces you to the characters. It introduces you to the world and the lore, because I feel like the lores in these books are so strong. I love that we get POV of the girls, POV of the historic story that is woven into this story. I just love that. 5 stars great. Yeah, I am thinking about it, Larissa. I am thinking about it. And honestly, I give my favorite books always 5 stars, and this is definitely a favorite book. So I haven't finished this one yet, so I don't know for sure. But if I have to choose now, I have to say that book 1 is my favorite. Oh, good. That is interesting. That is interesting. I like that they're on the best too. Yeah. A lot of us like the gingerbread witchy vibes. I can stay. Yeah, you're allowed to stay. Love the first one too. I don't love piratey things, but it was still for her. I didn't specifically like the pirates as well, Jess. Oh, I'm clicking things. Second. It wasn't the pirates for me. However, Willow, I loved. Willow was great. Willow was the whole book for me. And I loved the suggestive name she had and then the roles she had. I really enjoyed that one. And I especially enjoyed the Witch Island that you can only see through the story. There was just so much lore again in that book. And that's why I love these books so much. And also the descriptiveness of Michelle Harrison. Oh yes, the forest was amazing. Yeah. The TikTok forest where everything could wrong, where you could get, put back or put in the future, and you would have lost a long time, and that would have been scary. I loved all the witchy stuff and the TikTok forest and the secret room in the house. Definitely Judith. Yeah, and then the painting. Also, the creepy song. And just the little poem in the start of Tangled of Magic. I love it so, so much. Because that describes the book so well. I love it. The pirates were a nice part, definitely. And I definitely feel they had just add something different. But I love that book because of Willow. From the Sister Storm one, I did love the ghosty stuff. Oh, yes. I'm not going to say too much about that book yet because I don't want to spoil you guys. But there are 4, 5, 5, 3 for me. How could you give the first book a 4, Josephine? No, it's fine. Really enjoyed this series so much. Audiobooks have a big part of it. Yes, I do love the audiobooks for this. Absolutely. Yeah, so I have to read them. Oh, I'm glad you were happy to read it. Wait, is that a bonbon on the cover? Why didn't I notice that? Yes. Bonbon! Yes. Yes, Willow. Oh, my girl. And that she does. I love that the sisters and Willow all have truly be in danger, truly have been on the point of almost dying at one point in this series. And I think, you have to have a bit of balls to pull that off in a middle grade series, and I love it. I also love that Hobbit is creating chaos everything. Yes. I love it. But what I love the most about Hobbit is that incontinuity in this series, right? Because they cannot tell anyone they have these dolls. So Charlie is now excessively pointing out that Hobbit is her imaginary rat because she got caught almost a couple of times in the first book. And she's not like, that's my imaginary rat. Every single time she talks about Hobbit, just in case somebody thinks she has an actual rat. And I love that so much. I have a spot for pirates since my childhood playing shows like Pirates of Darkwater. Yeah, and One Piece probably. They're also written up. Yes, I don't know what it is, but I love this writing style. It is very descriptive. I can see everything for me, but I don't think it's too descriptive or it's too flowery or, I think it's just the right amount of things I need to know and I want to know. And it's a day-to-day. She chooses words that just make the atmosphere better. You could have chosen normal words, but she doesn't. She just chooses words that are steeped in folklore and stuff, and I love that. Hope and Charlie Chaotic Dream Team love it so much. Yes. I am sorry. Yeah, you broke my heart there a bit, but it's fine. Woman is supposed to be white, right? He looks like a wolf, so he's not fully white. But he's basically a white wolf, so he's white with grey and a bit of black. But this is Bonbon in the shadows. This is the last scene in the book. I feel like. What do you guys think? Or is that me remembering because I've been speed reading the book today? Yeah, you have been speed reading. That is, but he looks like a wolf. Also, can I say how much I love the birdies going bonkers outside your window? Yes. And that is our, how is it called in English? You know the little brown birdies everyone has in their neighborhood? We have like hundreds of them. Not like I'm not overreacting. Like I honestly think we have 100 because I feed them. The neighbor on the other side of the street feeds them. There's another neighbor in this street feeding them. She has very thick hedges, so they can be in there. We only already have like 8 nests of them, and she has way more because of the hedges. So yeah, there are a lot of them, and the window is open because I'm upstairs and it was hot here. I love Charlie. Yeah. What is your favorite character, Jess? Let us know. I would love to know. Judith, let us know. Anyone who didn't say last time, let us know. Because I love to know that stuff like that. For me, it's Charlie because she likes animals, causes chaos, and she's very food driven, so I can relate. I love them all though. Yes, they all have something special. I think Fliss is very underrated. I think she's very smart. I love that in the 3rd book she actually is using her charm. And that she's doing that more often. I like that. I love the atmosphere in this one. It was so warm in the house and it shifted when I shifted. Yeah, that is so true. And it feels very enclosed because of the snow. And they can't go anywhere. And I do love the ghost stories. I always love ghost stories. And then in a, being without an adult in a unknown hotel with a lot of snow and a magical market, that has to be scary and very excited at the same time. The imaginary just so we all know, he is imaginary. That is very specific. It's very important to her that you know. Parts of this one made me think of Winter House. Yes, I get it. I definitely get it because that's also a hotel setting in snow. But that one is more riddle based, which I loved. And I don't think the world description is as good in Winter House. But I do love Winter House. I'll be simulating so much later. You never know. I always have the feeling that you have seen everything as a kid that you're not supposed to see. I don't know if that's true, but I also love Charlie so much. Also that she wished the dead mouse rest in cheese because it, yeah. I love that she always make up her own sentences and then people correct her and half of the time she honestly doesn't know, but half of the time she just decides this is better. So, she does it this way because of the hotel stuff. Yeah, definitely. Also, though, of the fruits or whatever that event was called. Yes. I love Good Winter Market. Most of the ones around here are then immediately Christmas themed. But I would love to have a market like this where they have all pretty things. I would love a market with a fortune teller, to be honest, because they just, bring something different. Is it finches? No, the Dutch word is musjes. We hebben musjes. Felt like a Christmas market, definitely. Yeah, but more magical. I would like a magical Christmas market like that. I think they're called sparrows. No, sparrows are the narrower ones with a pointy tail. We have the fat because we also feed them a lot. But the fat brown ones, definitely Charlie. Yeah. I loved your description of Charlie in the Discord game. That was the best summary. Sorry, I love Charlie and Betty, but yeah. Betty is very adventurous and she's headstrong, and I absolutely love that. She's also very clever and a problem solver, which, you know, is a very good skill. I love Granny though, yes. And it just hit me this book that she's super fierce but still goes by the name Bunny. Yes. I found that out so funny that she's actually also called Betty, but everybody calls her Bunny. And I was like, why? She's such a tough lady. Like, how would she ever I would not have guessed that she would accept a name as Bunny. I would probably be sure that she would throw me out by my ears if I called her that, but no, everybody calls her that and she's fine with it. I absolutely love her, and she is very headstrong as well. I definitely see where Betty is getting it from. However, on the reread, I did notice, I don't know, I got bothered by her alcoholism a lot more than on the first read. Because, especially in the last book, the girls mentioned that they see their granny drunk more often than they see her sober. And she really will mean business because she's staying sober. And that was like, that is true. I don't really like that because it's not addressed or anything. Like, Bunny is not gonna change. And the girls just have to deal with it. Bunnies can be aggressive too. That is true. So can ants. You don't want to be called an ant either. Like, I don't know. Yes, it made me think of Monty Python. Oh, I'm so sorry. I've never seen them. That is the meanest bunny ever. I'll take your word for it. Think out. Wow, Jess. And she buried the mouse in Fliss' car because it was pissed here. Yeah. And I love that. Fliss was like, alright. I want you to remove it now. And we will make your garden pretty. So you can bury the dead animals in there. I also love that she has been warned many, many times to not bury the dead animals in the garden. And she don't care. She just keeps doing it. And every time she gets scolded by Granny or whoever, she's like, yeah, I felt sorry. I did it anyway. What you gonna do? I love the three sisters. Betty's badass. Charlie makes me laugh. Rest in peace, my love. Yeah. That was one of my favorites too. And Fliss I can relate to on a certain level. Yeah. Absolutely. I also love that. I think it was in this book, or maybe in the last book, that somebody said, like, shouldn't we get an adult? And Charlie was like, no, they just pretend they know, but they don't really know either. And I was like, you're right, girl. You're right. I love Granny too, especially the pub scene. I think it was Tanglespills when she went for a job. Yeah. But ended up smoking and stopped drinking and thrown out from. Yeah, that's how she got the job. Because she went to get a job in an ice cream parlor. But she got stressed, so she smoked and it fell in the ice. So she did not get the job. And then she decided to drink her sorrow away in the pub. And, you know, she didn't really. Nobody paid attention to her until people were starting to make trouble. She couldn't understand the girls that much. She was done with it and she threw them out. And then the owner was like, you need a job? And she was like, yeah, actually I do. Like, where else would she have been working? Would you have seen Bunny in the ice cream parlor? That scene was amazing, definitely. Yeah. Fliss is so well written too. Yeah, she could come off fickle and febrid, but she just loves the idea of love and it's endearing. Yes, she is very romantic, but she is also very happily to fight for what she loves and who she loves. So she's braver than she looks. I also didn't like all the smoking. Yes, that I didn't have a big problem with it on the first time, but now I kind of did. I was like, Yeah. I don't know what I think about that. I'm a very partial to grumpy old characters who are secretly squishy. Yeah, same. Like, I love them. And also, that is apparently normal behavior for Granny and for the girls to see her. That was what I had as a problem. If at some point Granny was trying to change, I would have been okay with it, because then it got addressed as that is not the proper way. This is not how you're supposed to live your life. This is not, normal and not a very safe environment for young girls to grow up in. But now nothing was addressed, nothing. Like, it isn't mentioned as not normal or unhealthy anytime. So that was more annoying to me the second time than the first time around. So, I forgot my list again. Oh, also, Bonbon is on the back. Sorry, I just had to show you. Oh, but I've got the list again of how we were doing stuff. See if we can find it in here, but I think it's in the book downstairs. So we might do it in a bit of a different order, but let's talk atmosphere first in this book. Did you like it? Did you love it? Didn't you like it as much? Did you miss something really big, or was there something you really wished? Why is it weird again? Yeah, no, it's in a different book. Alright. Oh, found a clip from Holy Grail and shared in Discord for later. Thank you. Now I want to see. I like the atmosphere. However, it was my least favorite atmosphere because I don't do well. No, the spoilers are not happening, Jess. This is all spoiler free. And we will eventually talk about the plot a bit spoiler free. But that is the point that the plot tends to be hard to do totally spoiler free. So I would say like 10% in the plot we always skip to spoilers, but then again I will warn you, I will not spoil anything for you unless you stay after I said 3 times spoilers. Please get off. So you're still safe. We're just generally talking about the atmosphere, the characters, the writing, and then plot. So no spoilers yet. I love the atmosphere. Yeah, I like the atmosphere. Someone said earlier that when we're out in the cold, we felt cold, and I agree. Yeah, but if it wasn't as atmosphere against the other books, I felt like that. But I think that's because I personally don't tend to vibe with polar fantasies and snowy landscapes as much as I do with any other setting. So I think that I like this atmosphere the least. But then again, when I reread it, I now actually like this atmosphere better than I did in the first book, especially with the whole ghost story background and the isolation of it. I love that. Okay, I will throw my guesses in right before the spoilers and leave so I can come back and see your reactions after. That is fine. That is good. I will wait until you have gone then, and then react to it. I will kind of gossip about you how right or how wrong you are, and then you can see it back. So it isn't really gossip. Clips show a bit of blood though. Oh, is the blood moving? Like if it's just blood on the face and a bit or a scratch, it's fine. But as long as it's dripping, I'm out. I do think when I'll reread it, I'll read it during winter. Yes, And I think that is the clue, Judith. I think you're right there, because I can't remember when I read it first, but now I read it in the week that we got one winter week again, and that's the week I read it in. So I think that did help. I feel like I kind of burned out on Polar Fantasy the times I read a ton for Polyton, so I think I'm mystical. That is good. That I like that. I find it so hard to see fully snowed landscapes in my head, because everything looks white to me with some trees, but that's not it. And I think that's why I fight less with it. But it's very clearly not real. Yeah, the problem is that doesn't really help all the time. If it would have been in black and white, that would have helped. If that makes sense. It's weird. Oh, I jumped. That's why I saved Evelyn Jones 2 for summer, because it's set in summer. Yes. Evelyn Jones 2 is also a witch story. So I loved it. I think that is my favorite Evelyn Jones book. But I'm not sure, because I also very much love the first book. No, you just see it's there suddenly, basically. Oh, yeah, then. And yes, it looks. Yeah, but then doesn't. I don't know. That does not always help. Yeah, it's more like a water gun, but the water is red, the type of blood. Yeah, as long as it moves, I have a problem. I think it was a grave injury. Yes, I do think you guys are absolutely right about that. Yeah, but I kind of want to know. That's the problem with me. I always try to see if I can handle it, and then it turns out I can't. And then I just have to wait a few seconds before I can move again, and we're fine. So it doesn't really hurt me or anything. It's just a stupid thing to do. And I'll read the third one for Winterween if they do one this year. Or I'll do one for myself. Yeah, we can always make a Winterween, right? It's not their concept. Like, the readathon is their plan, but a lot of people from other communities do Summerween as well. So it's not that it's, they have invented it. I love it, but a lot of people do it. The writing I liked again in this book. The first time I felt a little less connected with it. I think I still was a little less connected with it than the other 3 books. But it was better for me now. If that makes sense. I do think, however, at the end, I wished she wrote stuff a bit differently. Not specifically the ending, but I think that's a spoiler, so I'm not gonna mention it now. Plot-wise, please, let's do characters first to be safe. Characters, we obviously have Lady Fortuna. What do we think of her? I think she's a bitch. But I like how she's introduced, and that they actually look up to her, and then they find out she's a bitch, and they're like, oh no, never mind. She can have all the pretty. The rest you'll see one. I don't want her, I definitely do not want to be like her. I do like how smart the fortune teller show is set up. I do like that. I'm excited to read the 13 book series as well. Anyone read those? No, which one is it? Hate her with a passion. Oh, I love that. Sorry. You don't hate with a passion that often, so I like it. Fortuna's neither awful, yes. Yes, I found Sneed a bit sad, to be honest. So smitten about a woman that's clearly not into you and just don't want to know it and don't want to, let go. And then he ends up in this horrible situation. I think he has balls at the end. But he has gone way too far. I don't like Fortuna, but I do get it that she wants the thing. Yeah, I get it. And honestly, I like her character because I like a deranged woman that just goes for it and doesn't care what has to happen to get it. So in that fact, I find her a very interesting character. I like how she told Fliss to cross her palm with silver. Yeah, that is again the different wording of things that make them feel more magical, and I feel like Lady Fortuna does that very well, but also Michelle Harrison does that very well. This turns out to be the book I can barely remember. Lol. Well, it's fine, but it has been a long time for you. This is basically the snowy one where they go to Aunt Clarissa because she wrote a letter that she thought she broke her foot, and then the girls has to stay in this hotel while Bunny is taking care of Clarissa, and there's this whole magical winter market, and the girls are skating on the pond. And this is the book where the story of the highway robber is intertwined, and the lore about the highway robber dying, but also his lover dying. I love the characters moaning Clarissa. Clarissa would. She would have driven me nuts. I would have loved her in this. I don't care. I would not have taken care of that lady. Absolutely not. And of course, Bonbon. Yeah, we all love Bonbon. Let's talk about Bonbon. Like, I love Bonbon because he reminds me of my own dog. That sadly passed away last year. Because my dog looked a bit like a wolf too, and a lot of people were afraid of my dog just by looking at it. But then going, actually interacting with the dog, he was one of the sweetest. He would let you do anything. And Bonbon is exactly the same. He looks very scary, but he's not. He's just a cutie. The 13 Treasures. Oh, I have read that. I did. I have read it. I liked it a bit less than this one, but it is good. It is definitely a good series. And it's a fairy story. So if you like fairy stories, you will love that one. I do recommend reading the prologue first. I believe that was the case. I think I've read them in order they came out, but it's better to read them in order they are meant to. No idea what they are, but I just want to read more by now. They're good. It's about a girl rat and a fairy world and changelings. I have the first 13 Treasures book. I think I got it, that one before Pinch of Magic. It's a good book. I just didn't love it as much as but again, this series has witches and that one has fairies, and I love witches. So that's why I like this one better. I haven't read those yet. Will be soon. Yeah, fairies. Definitely fairies. I remember the Aunt Hotel on Ice, but that's it. Oh wow, the Aunt was very memorable. That's true, Evil. The Aunt, I loved. I hate her with a passion. Not with a passion, but yeah, I am. I'm a bit on Charlie's side by that. Like, I don't wish her to die, but if I have to choose between, Granny, my dad, or Aunt Clarissa, I would know who I would pick. I love that text from Charlie. I love it so much. I just picked it at Goodreads. It's with fairies, yes. Even more curious now. I love the trees in the 13 Treasure series. I also love Bonbon. He sounded so sweet. Yeah. I would have been best friends with Bonbon. And Charlie was immediately loved. Yeah, every animal she sees, she's like, I love you. It was just so cute, no matter what he looked like. Yeah, she doesn't care. If you're an animal, you're good. And when Sonny invited her to pet Bonbon, it made me like him right. Yeah, I love that one too. Yeah. he could end up being the most awful character, but he was nice to Shirley. So I absolutely like Sonny. I love Sonny a lot. He's a very interesting character, and he has a very good heart. I love him. Absolutely. But Bonbon, right? Bonbon is like, I love Bonbon the best. So let's get into plot. Try without spoilers, and when we are getting stuck again and don't feel like we can't continue the plot without spoilers, I will warn you guys. Yeah, it's definitely a fairy story. If you don't like fairies, you're not gonna love these books. I do really want to read her new one, Twice Upon a Time, though. I'm very curious about that one. I don't own it yet, so I have to get it. Plot-wise, I absolutely love the ghost stories. I love that the staff from the hotel knows a lot about the ghost stories. I absolutely love the secret corridors in the hotel, because that you see very soon, so I guess everyone's seen that. I love the Winter Fair. I like the villains and their motivation and the craziness level. I love the twist at the end. I did not like the stunt Michelle Harrison pulled at the end, that she's trying to make us believe something, and then she's hinting at something at the end in the prologue, which I also don't like. So, but overall, I loved it. Yes. Oh yes, I always saw the new one with the clock on the cover. It's about twins that can stop time, I believe. So yeah, call me. But honestly, anything Michelle Harrison is gonna bring out, I want to read. So I love the spooky atmosphere in the village and the hotel most. Yeah, I think I love the magical atmosphere in the Winter Fair the most. I love the trinkets the girl bought and how they looked at those. I love the show of the fortune teller. Yeah, I love Betty sneaks around the store because she knows they have. Yeah, the way the girls use those dolls, like, I love it so much. They really make the most out of those dolls. I would have to if I got them. I really like the story. In the story that she also. Yes, that is why I like this series so much, and that is a bit less in the 13th Treasure series. However, there's still lore going on there. It's just not as divided as in this series, if that makes sense. I like the ghost part, not so much the highwayman. Oh, really? I love the winter market and its preparations for the midnight ball. Especially the costumes when Charlie says to Fliss comes on sticky. Yes. And then Betty has to wear the peacock. And then Granny's all gonna be mad because the peacock apparently brings bad luck again. I think for Granny, everything brings bad luck. Except her horseshoe. I also love the bit that she was sneaking around close to, so yeah. I love the story in the story too, and then we get pieces of it. Yes, that's why I love this series so much, because the pieces throughout gives you the feeling and the information you need at that moment. And she had to stop off at the cake table while visible. Yeah. Obviously, that's how you do it. I can't blame them. But I also love that Sunny was also trying to sneak food out there for Bonbon, so they had to do with two kids that just kept stealing food, basically. How annoying would that have been as the staff? Michelle Harrison does the story within the story so good. Yeah, I love it. I love that too. Is there any other author that does that? Because I would love to know. I would definitely read that then. Because it is very, very interesting. Also in all books, it's a bird link. Peacock, crow, ravens. Yes, and everything comes back. Because at the beginning of this book, a crow or a raven is mentioned again. And that is, you know, always a throwback to the first book. So I like that very, very much. And obviously in the third book we had the Blackbird Cottage. So yeah. And then Granny being so superstitious, but she does going to live in a house like that. Like, what? Really? I still need to read Middlegame. Yeah. Does that happen to be a summer thriller? I'm still in need of a summer thriller for Summerween. That would be great if that also fit. Because then I have a good reason to read it. Before we talk spoilers, I do want to tell everyone that will leave before the spoilers that we have chosen the book for next month and the month after. And it will be The Umbrella Mouse. It is a duology, so we will be reading that in July and August. So if you want to join us further, these are the books we will be reading, and we'll probably do a live show at the end of the month again, just like this one. So Lorenza, please don't start yet, because you will finish that in a day. The live show will be at the end of July. Let me remove that one. We really, yeah, I know. I've heard so many great things about it, Josephine. I really want it. So if it's, you know, if that sets in summer, that would really help. I missed the birding. I didn't miss. Yeah, it's a small. Yeah, this is why I like the book on the second row better, because I saw way more of those things. So yeah, this. Thank you guys, because I don't really reread, and I'm very happy that you guys made me reread this. Need more good books, story and story. Yes, I feel that. It looks so cute. Yeah, I'm very excited. Kate recommended it, and I trust Kate. So they are just €5 on Amazon right now. When I looked this afternoon, they're 8 and 9 something. But they're also available on Everend and Storytel, I believe. One of you guys let me know that in the Discord. So I will be audiobooking. I saw there was an audiobook, so I'll be listening to those. They look, yeah, same, exactly the same. They do look cute. Really excited for the next books for the book club. Yeah, me too. I don't know anything about them. So, but you know, I just trust you guys. The Wattpad book by the author I read that one for Cat Lady Return Card. Oh no, is this gonna be a sub book? Oh, I did not expect that. I've never read from this author before, I believe. No, I don't think. I'm not sure. Fingers crossed you'll like them. Also, if you like Bonbon, you'll like the Umbrella Mouse book. I love Bonbon, so we're good. I absolutely love Bonbon. I found out the audiovisual story will save them with me. See, great job. That's all we needed to know, Kate. That's all we needed to know. See, it's gonna be fine. And after this one, we will be reading the Love Sugar Magic series. So that's it. That's all the plans for this year so far. We only need to plan a book for December. However, we will now go into spoilers. So if you want to see us react to your predictions, leave them down now in the comments for you to watch later. If you really don't want spoilers, please leave. Please leave. Also, please feel free, if you're reading any thoughts you're reading, put them in the Discord so we can still join you on this ride. But we will go talk spoilers now, because I have things to say and I cannot do it without spoiling the ending for you guys. So so excited. Yeah, also excited for all the Milligram books to read together. Absolutely, I love it. And I think that's why we all really wanted a group of people to read middle grades with. And I think that's how we came up with so many to read already that we basically planned the whole year. Because there are definitely some December books I would like to read, so I don't think that's going to be a problem at all. I think I will not react to that after. Thank you so much for the live chat, fun discussing the spoilers. Thank you all so much for coming and trying to rush through these books to be here. I love your dedication. I'll leave them, or at least mute you. Please mute me. I have a strong feeling that if my nerve holds on, we will be discussing Summerween TBRs after that. So if you would like to stay for that, just mute me now, and I'll put in the comments Summerween talk going on, safe to come back. And then you guys, if you want to, can come back for the rest. If my nerve doesn't hold up, because it has been being a bitch today, then we will not do it. But then muting might be, good. If you have time to talk about Summerween and you want to join, then you can. And if somebody is going to die, it will be Granny, but I hope it. So that's all. Alright. Thanks for spoilers. Free section. No problem. We always do a free spoiler section because, I don't want you to have tried so hard and then not be able to join anything. I'll mute it. You go mute me. Just mute me. Leave me. Whatever you do. But I'm gonna ruin things for you. 8 Cup Roomy, please mute me. Summerween took us. Yeah. I feel like we're all excited about that too. So why not just throw it in there? And I need some recommendations, to be honest. So I just watched about 10 readers on announcement before this live show. I've gotten the Summerween. I have especially saved them to put them on front for you guys because I would have not known either. So yeah, we got that covered. We sent big pumpkin emojis in the chat. Yes, we will make clear for you guys that it is safe to return. Go get muted. Goodbye. You do that, guys. We have 3, 2, 1. If you're not gone, you're gonna be sorry. Let's talk spoilers. So what the fuck did she pull us? First, let's go over just her predictions. Okay, I think Mr. Chambers is either Laura or Robin, but that's my big guess. She is very, very right there. Miss Chambers is Robin. And I loved that twist, guys. I loved it. But, and I loved that they all assumed it was a male. Because males are assumed, to be villains. If something goes wrong and there is a bad person, it's always the bad guy. They're always assumed that if there's a bad human, it's gonna be a man. But that's not true. Ladies can be as evil. And I love that she did that, and that was, being pointed out, and that, Robin really took advantage of that. I love that twist. I absolutely loved it. Thanks so much. And if someone is gonna die, it'll be Granny, but I hope it isn't. Nobody's gonna die. You're free there. You're safe. Nobody's gonna die. Was close though, but that again was not Granny, was it? I did not see it coming. No, I didn't see that coming the first time either. I loved it. I love that she still worked there. I am sad that we don't know what happened to the loot. I kind of want to know. Like, she had a lot of loot. And yes, she threw the crystal ball in the lake. But what happened to the rest? Because, where is it? She stole a lot. And she is very remorseful now, but what did she do with the loot? I didn't see that coming either, but I did think maybe she was a descendant or connected somehow with how she refused to move. Yeah. that was a bit, that was definitely, how do you say it? A clue. Thank you. A clue. What I find very, which I, what I was hoping Michelle Harrison would do differently was the relationship between Robin and Elora. Because I truly felt that it was a romantic relationship. And it felt like that until it was revealed that the highway robber wasn't a man and that it was a girl. And then immediately I was like, oh, but then they can't be romantic. And I was like, that's not true. I truly felt they had a romantic relationship. And I wish it was written like that. I could feel the vibes there. I was rooting for them. And yeah, I honestly think they were more than best friends. And I wish she had written it like that. Yeah, it was suspicious, especially since her son had so much trouble with it. I loved Sunny's solution though. Just trying to, show up as a ghost so that people wouldn't dare to come in the hotel anymore so they could leave because his mom got fired. I love this solution on that. So I think that's, very daring to do. And he obviously didn't see the consequences at all, but do you really see those as a kid? So I think that was a very heuristic move and I loved it. Because he was so angry about how people treated his mom. And I think that really shows he has a good heart. I think sometimes friendship and relationship can become blurred, so maybe that's what she was going for. Nothing set in stone, but more up to reader's interpretation. Yeah, that would have been okay, but then at the end, she did really make it clear they were only best friends and that there was no romantic. Like, the whole vibe was different, and that's what was said to me. If she would have written like, I love her so much and I feel so guilty so I can't move, then we can interpret that as romantic or friendship. But after the reveal, she was constantly said to be the best friend. And I feel like she really put her in the friendship zone. So yeah. But also, what the fuck did she... I was so angry on the scene where Betty almost drowned and she dropped the dolls in the lake. And she let us believe for a very long time that they did not have any magic tools anymore. And I was very angry because that would mean it was the last book. And I hated that ending. It was like, oh my god, Michelle, you cannot pull that on us. Not like this. I want to see the girls grow up with those dolls. That would be fantastic. I would like to see a 30-year-old Charlie with those dolls. That would be amazing. Let me have a fearsome Betty at 35 something with those dolls. Because I bet you they're not gonna lose any tricks. They will still mess with you with those dolls. And I would love it. And then in the prelogue, she was actually hinting. To me, it felt like she was hinting at more books. Because they got the doll back. And Betty says at the last sentence, well, I don't think this is gonna be the last time. Have we had any other books? No. No, we didn't. Where is it? I'm waiting. Now I'm angry at that she gave them back and teased us into more books, which, we didn't get, and she's writing a new series now, so I don't think we will get any other. So that now I'm a bit grumpy about that. But let me know what you thought of the ending. Did it ruin everything for you too? I was so angry about that ending. It was insane. But the second time it wasn't as bad because now I knew it was coming. But now I was angry about the last sentence because I didn't notice that strong the first time, and now when that was the last sentence, I was like, there isn't any new book. I remember really hoping for a new book after this book last year, but we didn't get any, so that's sad. That is big sad to me. Yeah, I think she just wanted to make the ending less hurting, but yeah, it felt a bit convenient. Yes. But, you know, I was fine with that. I was like, give them the dolls back, I want more books. You know? Let the ghost do that. I'll believe in the ghost for you. It's fine. I'll take it. But then, there were no new books. So now I'm angry. Oh, yeah. It was happy, of course, they got it back, but still, it was too easy. It was easy. Absolutely agree, Josephine, it was very easy. But I'm happily to overlook that if that means we get more books, but we didn't, so now it sucks. Yeah. But that was easy. And I think that's so sad because I really feel like Michelle Harrison doesn't really go for the easy route in these books. The kids actually almost died. In every single book, one of them almost died. Willow has been on the edge of that the whole book. Patty almost drowned twice in this book. The girls got cursed. And the death curse was activated in the first book. So I honestly feel there has been real danger in every single book. And then, oh no, they're not lost. We'll get them. Here you have them back. It was ghost. Just before that, she said the ghost from Eleanor disappeared. So them being in the wrong room was well done. Yeah, even though I figured out from the unmade beds and the missing food, but it added suspicion to Mrs. James' reaction when she found them in there. That is true. Absolutely true. Yeah. I did like that because the girls were so nice and making excuses for the stuff why things weren't done, but they were just in the wrong room. Although still, like you said, I want to see them grow old with their peach. How cute would that be? Yeah, maybe the kids up there. Oh yeah, imagine giving them the dolls. That would be great. That would have been great. We need to dement it. No, maybe the next series is really nice too. We get loads of books in that. That would be fine. I bet you never can write a good character. Another character like Charlie again. There's probably another character I love that much as Charlie. Yeah. And I think that were all the spoilers. All these appearances, some are real, some are not. What is happening? Yeah, Sonny. Sonny was trying to get people spooked so they would leave the hotel, and his mom couldn't work there anymore, so they can finally leave. And I love that. But then he got kidnapped by Sneed. Like, what the I honestly would not have thought he would have the balls for that, but he did. And then, you know, taking Sonny out without winter clothes in the snowstorm? What you're doing? That's so dangerous. How heartless are you? But I love that Snee could not shoot them. And that he decided to give himself in at the end. And that he confessed everything. I do think that shows, you know, that he is a bit brave. He was brave in the end. Eventually, so that was good. Yeah, stupid Sneed. Oh, yeah, absolutely. All for stupid Sneed. So, obsessedly in love that he would do stupid things like kidnapping children, almost shot children. He would be fine if he would died from the snowstorm, but he would not shot them. Like, that's a thin line, dude. That's a thin line there. But yeah, I liked it. I I do love that Tina was just crazy. She was a true villain. She didn't have any redemption arc. There was no good reason to be evil. She just was. And I like that. So all that for routine so basically say, oh well, it's lost, so never mind. No, no, no. She didn't say that because she died because she dove into the ice to try to get the thing. So she died for it. Yeah, so stupid. It is stupid to do all those things just because you're in love with someone that clearly doesn't love you and you're being used, but you just don't want to see it, and then go that far. Yeah, but I think that's it. I don't have any spoilers I still want to talk about. I just didn't like the ending. And I think that's why the book got 4 stars in the first place. But now I'm not as much bothered by it as the first time. Because I knew it was gonna happen, and I just enjoyed the ghost story and seeing more hints now when you know what's going on, and seeing more throwbacks to the other books. And yeah, I liked the highway robber. So hello, Alina, how are you doing? Did you have a nice barbecue? Yeah, the review fell really flat for me somehow. Yeah, I did like that the highway robber was a woman, though. I really love that part. Hello, Alina. So as you can see, Alina, we're in spoiler territory now. um, Aidka, Jess, and Judith have muted us. So when we're done talking spoilers, I think a lot of us wanted to talk a bit about Summerween, do a bit of Summerween TBR setup. So we will put a lot of text in there to see all the, so they don't see all the spoilers anymore, and then we'll let them know that it's safe to come back. So if you want to say anything about the book, you may include spoilers. Everything is good at this moment. Always fine, basically. Was it like, how did this book compare to you? For you to the others in the series, Elena. So any thoughts you want to add now is that time. Here it first, I know my favorite, really good. Yeah, same. We all were like, the ending was a bit easy. Like, they lost the dolls, but got them easily back. I did like that Lady Fortuna actually died beneath the ice for the crystal ball. That I found that interesting. I did guess that Highwayman was a woman, but I didn't guess who it was. Yeah, I love that. I didn't guess any of it in the first time I read it. But I like that because we, a lot of times it is assumed that if somebody is evil or bad in any way, it is going to be a man. And that's not true. And I love that she took advantage of that. So, also to make it very clear that we should not assume anything bad that happened has to be done by a man, because it's not. If I rank them, probably book 3, 1, 4, and 2. Oh, really? So you like this one better than the second? Oh, I would not have guessed that. That's good. I like that. That's a bit different. I love that. I like the third book as well. The best. Then the first, then the second, and then the fourth. Larissa is, I believe, the only one that the last book is the favorite book. So I like that really as well, that there's so many different opinions. I really like that. Does anyone still wants to share a spoiler, still shares ideas on spoilers? Third book on, yeah, I think most of us loved the third book the best. And I like the implied civic love between Roman. Yeah, we talked about, I was so sad that it truly felt like a romantic relationship for me all throughout the book. But when it was revealed that the highway robber was a girl, we immediately changed the vibe a bit, and then she was very much, she was always said to be the best friend. And I wished, because Kate said that she felt like friendship and love can be very thin line, can be very much, and that Michelle Harrison was probably going for that, and I can definitely see that. However, I wish she would not have continuously used the word best friend, but then, would have said things like, I loved her, I feel so guilty, I didn't want to move. Instead of, she was my best friend, I feel so guilty. Because then we could have interpreted that like we would love to, how we would love to, because I definitely felt like it was a romantic relationship and it was not just best friends. And that should just have been, I felt that way, Elena, yeah. But yeah, well, I'm straight and I felt the same way, so I don't think so. And I know that, when this book came out, there was a bit of talk about this book, obviously. And I know we're not the only ones thinking that. I know a lot of people felt that was a romantic relationship, and I just wished it would have been clearer in the writing, or that it would have been left more of an interpretation for the readers. But I felt like as soon as it swifted to, no, this was a girl with a girl, there cannot be a relationship, I was like, that's not true. It can still be romantic. So yeah, that was, I found that a bit a shame. That's the only part in the writing I wished that was done differently. Of all the 4 books. The rest I love. The writing. So. But then again, I saw a TikTok this week about the blind children's book author. An illustrated book author. He illustrates all the stories and writes the stories himself, but he is a gay man. His partner is also male, and in the book the penguins were both male and had children. I believe that's the case. It was an LGBTQI plus friendly book, or had an LGBTQI plus relationship in the book, and then a whole box of books was shipped back for just saying, we cannot put these on the shelves. I hope you understand. And not for saying any reason. So I don't know if it truly was because there was same-sex relationship in it, or that he assumed that. I don't know, but apparently that still happens. So maybe Michelle Harrison really wanted to write that relationship and the publisher told her no. Yeah, Matthew. Yeah. I found that so sad. Yeah. It made me cry, actually. I got really angry. But then again, I only know his side of the story, so I don't know what actually happened and what made them actually decide, right? Because I am not in their head, so I don't want to judge any side, but if that still happens, that might also be the reason why this then was a very different vibe. I don't know what to say about that. I was really hoping it was not that way anymore. That's all I can say about it. Alright. Anyone that wants to share a spoiler, or shall we let the people back in that haven't read the whole book yet and talk about a bit about Summerween, any TBRs you want to make? I haven't dove in my game night-a-thon TBR yet, but I'm willing to do it with you guys if you're willing to and if you're wanting to. Please don't feel stuck with me. You can leave whenever you want. Just let me know. Because then I'll clear the text for them. Love is love, and every family has a different dynamic setup. People say, yeah, Kate, I don't get it. I don't get it. I can't explain it. I get really angry about it. I have no clue why people are so stupid. It is now a safe zone. No spoilers. No hate to anyone. I don't want to see it. I am not doing any reading today. Using a month to catch up on the many books I'm currently reading. Oh, that is a good idea, though. That is a good idea. I am very excited about Summerween, though. But that is honestly why I haven't, and also I haven't been really feeling really a reading mood, so that's why I haven't joined any readathons. But I am excited for Summerween. Ha ha. So now they can all see the Summerween thing in the screen, and it should be safe. I do have a bit of trouble getting my TBR ready, though. That is the wrong thing to move. There, now you can see it. How many are you reading at the moment? That is a... Again, this is a safe space. You won't be judged for the number if you want to share. I know people here that read at least 6 books at a time. And I find that I am also a bit jealous. I can't do it. I think that's, that's a skill to have. Absolutely. And I unfortunately do not have that skill. I have a queue for K9. My first one I got prompt 5 and I'm going for that star, so it needs villains POV and 400 pages to fill it. So do we think Heartless has enough red on it? Okay. Sure, you want red on it? Oh, because mine is mostly black. Where is it though? Oh, here. Yes, Kate, you are the one with the scale. Absolutely, but I didn't want to call you out. I'm just very admired by it. This is mine edition, so it definitely worked for black. However, I have seen editions with white, then red text, and then a red tree. And since white is not a color, you could argue that red is the only color on the cover. So I would count it. Actively reading 5, and then I have another 5 that I have started and want to finish, but I'm not actually reading at the moment. Yeah, I can see how that happens. Yeah. Technically, I'm in the middle of 7 books. But practically, I haven't touched 4 of them in months. Yeah, I just then put them away and I'll start them over when I'm in the mood. I'm doing game night one. I picked the first 4 books. I kept forgetting that every space is on a page instead of 50. Oh, yeah, that is true. Thank you for reminding me, Larissa. I haven't rolled the dice yet. And I kind of feel like now focusing on Summerween, because that makes me excited. And then I want to roll for game night at home because I want to make a TBR for both of them and see if I can actually fit books in that I already read. Or get excited again and try to read as many as I can for that. I feel you. Yeah. Front 5 for the black squares is a red cover, so I was hoping all the thorns would be enough. Well, Cleo did say you can use any cover. And there is also a Lumicrate special edition coming that I get very red vibes from. So you could use any cover out there, and I bet you I can find a cover with enough red on the cover for Heartless because I really want you to read it, okay? I like it, right? I can bet everything. Tell me what you want to read and I'll make it work. And I can unmute. I was putting Nick to bed. Yes, you can unmute. It is a very safe zone now. I've been changing my summer in TBR a lot. I can imagine. Yeah. What are you reading for summer book? Because that's the one I'm struggling with the most. Do you guys know any Darcy Coat books that's set in summer? I would like a good horror story in summer. Welcome back, Judith. We tried to make a big spectacle so that you guys would see. Yeah, I was like, come. But then I was like, you probably put the whole video away so you don't see the text. So I have many options. Yeah, that's many options is good. I do feel I have tried the many options and just mood reading the last months. And that helped for a tiny bit and then not. So now I would like to try getting a TBR and getting excited for that. If that makes sense. My first roll was a book over 300 pages, so I'm reading Heartless for... Oh, yes! We have to have some sort of buddy read going on for Starless almost. Because a lot of people are wanting to read that. And I'm trying also, really, to sell that book to everyone for the villain POV. Emily Jones too. Yeah, but I've read that and I don't want to reread. I want a new book. And I really want a horror. So I rarely read horror, I watch horror. Yeah, I need to read it or evil because I can't watch it. I'm scared again. I love Heartless so much. I cried so hard. It's worth it. It will break your heart, but it's worth it. So the only book for Summerween I have found so far is The Haunting of Calypsy House by Darcy Coates. This is 5 words on the cover. It also has a night sky because there's a moon. And I obviously can read this in the dark. So the big problem is a book that takes place in summer. And I don't know, I can't see. The books I have on my TBR that are not destined for specific vlogs and that are gothic horror or horror, I can't find if they're set in summer. Want to read German book Tokyo Regen for it? It's no horror, but a contemporary something bad happening, but don't know more about it. On the back it mentioned it rains in summer, so that's why. Oh, that's helpful at least. Also, the house that horror built by Christina Henry. Yeah, I'm curious about that one, but I can't get it on audiobook. I missed the switch to summer in house building. We just started, so you didn't miss a lot. I only have one book. The Haunting of Calypso House, because it has 5 words. It has a night sky cover. I can obviously read it in the dark. The big problem for me is a book set in summer, and I have very few books on my shelves that are not specifically not meant for specific videos and specific vlogs, and for none of them I can find if they're in summer. I planned this far ahead to reach the next star prompt, so when it drops I can immediately read from it. That is very smart, Larissa. Yeah, I feel like that is a smart thing to do. You're not supposed to die tonight. Takes place in summer, really. I know, and I have it, but I kind of want to keep that for the Halloween sleepover. So that's the problem. I was very oh, really? I can feel that. I think Christina Henry is a hit or miss. I only have read Alice from her, and that one was very gruesome and full of body horror, and it was a very hard story, and then the ending was a magical fix ending, and I didn't like it. I even have it 2 times because I ordered the Waterstones one too. That's not smart. I'm going to read the book 2 of the Cassidy Blake series for Set in Summer. I have read that series already. Yeah, that will work. And then the one Elena says definitely Set in Summer. Oh, Heartless! Or did she tell something else? Right, it is hard to know. So, let me get them. The books I have that I not actively have a video concept, or I do have, but they can. I do not have specific vlogs for them. Is The Italian by Anne Radcliffe. So if anyone knows if this is set in summer, that would be helpful. The Monk by Gregory Lewis. No clue if this is set in summer or not. So if anyone knows, let me know. Daphne by Daphne du Maurier met Rebecca. If this is set in summer, would help. And The House of Hunger by Alexis Henderson. So if any of these are set in summer, that would be very helpful. I've read The Haunting of Ashburn House and I loved it. Definitely want to read. Yeah, I have read that one and I loved it too. And I've read another one. Also, if you love that, I can't see it now because it's on my phone. I've read an audiobook, Larissa. That was the scariest haunted house stories I've ever read. I would highly recommend it to anyone. It was amazing. If you like haunted house, because that ghost is scary. Let me tell you. She's also a bit gross. Let me see if I can find it on Amazon. Because if Winn-Dixie and Bayou Attic are set in summer, I think. I don't get it fully. I'm sorry. I also haven't read the third Kirsty Blake one yet. Yeah, I know, but the problem is I don't have them, so I have to buy them, and I'm not sure if they'll arrive soon enough. Kevin Murderface is set this summer. I think the audiobook is on Storytel. That does sound great. But that also sounds like a book I want to read for camp. Yeah, but Mina and that is definitely reserved. I cannot do it. Sorry. You will see that later. Can Murderface the title? Yeah, great, right? That was great. Rebecca, yes. Is it set in summer? Because then I would pick it right now. Let me see if I can find the book. It's probably a lot down. That's the titty. Why is the Amazon wishlist so long? That's the problem. And I can see the book. I just can't name the title for you, but I can actually tell you what's on the cover and everything. Instead of the letters of the title. Let's go, come on. It takes so long. I'm so sorry, guys. I really want to show it because it's the best haunted house book I've ever read. I think it might even be set in summer. I don't know for sure. So now I want to find it for sure to see if the second one is set in summer. Maybe then I can read that one. Oh, Might Marlene's Revenge may be set in summer. That would be helpful. Well, can't put it in a different. Where is it? Let's go. Stupid thing is so slow. Yeah, so that's for an amazing readers one, but I might save for Kim-chan, so I'm not sure. Yeah, I have the same. I want to save that one. Mina is definitely something. I know, I know. But I have saved those books. I purposely bought the whole series at once to do a dedicated reading vlog for that one. So I don't want to read one book for Summerween, and I also do not want to put that vlog out right now when I know it will do way better if I put it in October or September. Southern Book Club Guide to Slaying Vampires. Yeah, but that one is also reserved because I want to do a reading Grady Hendrix for the first time vlog. It should be Bio Magic. Yeah. Is Rebecca? Is that said? Because then I'm reading that because I have been needing an excuse to read that one. They meet in summer at the start of the book and the rest of the book is summer. I will count it. I've counted. Yeah. All right. I'm reading that. What's on the cover? The cover is purple with a very Victorian-esque house, but it's actually an asylum. The house is very high, and it has a roof like that. At one point, the middle of the house is higher than the rest of the house. Think of Highgate. Highgate chapter 1 starts in December. Yeah. That was a good book, though. Just got through a record because I honestly couldn't remember, but one page said early summer. We're counting it, guys. I'm reading that for summer read. Works your favorite zone. Yeah. Yeah, no, doesn't matter. The more you guys say it, the more people tell me that it is. I am counting it. That's only helpful. This book works for favorites and title game. I'm stuck to find a book. Well, I will be reading The Haunting of Gillespie House by Darcy Coates, but this is a haunted house story. So if you don't like those, don't read it, because Darcy Coates is good at haunted house stories. Sunda Motel, Senna Summer. Yeah, the turnkey of Highgate Cemetery. Yes, that will work. That will work for 5 words. You can also read it in dark. Just, any book you want to read, you can put in the dark. Come on. Send them a down. Yeah. Thanks so much. I'm going to look it up. Is it House Trap? No, doesn't. No. No, it's blah 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 Silent Include, I believe. The problem is I have the audiobooks on my phone, and I'm now currently my camera is my phone. And obviously I also forgot the author, otherwise I could have doubled you. And then typed it in and found it easier. Something with Ambrose, but I'm not sure if that's in the title or the author. If this is helping, probably not. Haunted houses are always fun to read, unless it's a turn of the key. Was it that bad, or did you find that one so scary? I'm curious about the Darcy Coates on Denise. I love the other one that Larissa also read. I had The Haunting of Ashburn House, and I really loved that one. Both of them also have, a night sky on there, if that helps out in any way, shape, or form. That might be smart. Thank you. I'll put it in the Discord. I really didn't like that one. I heard a lot of people that didn't like it, to be fair. So yeah, the house on no, it's annoying that I can't find it. Yeah, okay, it still works for you. I'm now intensely looking at you. I'm so sorry, it's not you. It's me. I'm trying to find the damn audiobook because I can't leave it. Also, a lot of Darcy Coates books are on Storytel. AFK, if you're on there. I know Josephine is going to read The Corrow Hunt by Darcy Coates, so I kind of want to read that too. Because I have been wanting to read that for so long. And I like better reading. The second book is The Haunting of Winslow Manor by Ambrose Ibsen. And the first book... The Haunting of Beacon Hill. That is the scariest haunting house story I have ever read. I highly recommend it. Yeah, I thought it was great. Haven't read anything by Dutch Code, so I might go for one of those books. Yeah, I would definitely do it. They're on Storytel. I really enjoyed it. Summerween starts next Friday. However, I kind of started yesterday because I made my first pair of Halloween socks this year. I've started them. They're not done yet, but I did knit a lot yesterday. And I also started the Darren Shen book, which was so funny because it looks spooky to me. And then everybody on Discord said they loved it as a child. So it was really funny to find something at random. And then there was so much love for the book. So it's the 5th to the 11th of July. I hate the character and it could have been so good, but it was, yeah, I heard that a lot. It's too bad if that happens. Yeah, I'll definitely check out on the store though. Okay. Needed that. Add it to my want to read list. Yeah, that was a very scary haunted house book. The ghost in that is disgusting. She's gross. She's scary. She means business. And it was great. I love that one. I really want to read the second book. Good. if you love haunted house story, I honestly think you would love this. Now, is there some? But Rebecca will count for summer book, and I have both of these are horrors. This is not Rebecca. You're in the wrong file. This is Rebecca. And then I will probably read The Carol Hunt. That's the one we're reading, right, Josephine? So I will read that for a horror book. And then I would love to do a book that I can read in the dark, maybe. I don't know. I would like, if I could read 4 or 5 books, that would be awesome. I'll read the familiar first. Well, first of all, you don't have to be ashamed of anything. I am sure I haven't read a lot of books that you would like me to read and a lot of people love. So don't be ashamed for anything. The Twisted Ones is really, really good. And now I'm thinking, is that set in summer? But I always tend to get them mixed up with the Hollow Places. So I don't know. Yes. Also haven't read. I read it as well. Yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one. I found the hunting of Big Hill. I found so I'll read that for. Great! I love that. Let me know, guys. Please let me know what you think. I'm gonna reread Coraline for book at night because yeah, that's a great idea. That is good. Coraline is so much fun. After I finish the familiar, I might start Summerwind early. Yeah, it's just itchy. I am so excited. I just want a good excuse to start Halloween early. I actually bought melon so I can cut it like a pumpkin because I'm that excited. I hope it would be an effort for me to. Why is that? That's so weird, isn't it? Are you on Storytel, Larissa? Because it's also on Storytel. It's on Everend and Storytel both. I also saw it on Everend. Yeah, and I think I listened to it on Everend and then found out they were also on Storytel. But I reread Coraline every October. I love that so much. That is such a good ritual, or ritual is not the right word. But something that you do every year. I think that's a good one. But everyone might block me from books again because I use it a lot. This again, but yeah, I love that, Larissa. Yeah, that's a good one to have. I think I looked at title first, but I am not sure because every time I can't find it on title, I switch automatically to author. So that could have happened. A melon chocolate. I'm not sure. We're gonna find out if it works. But I'm very excited about it because I love melon in summer and I really want to check Orlando. Or it will start also the free 2 weeks trial. Yeah, absolutely. They're both. They're on Everend and on Storytel. Both the Darcy Codes are on there, and the Hunting of Beacon Hill are on both those services. I don't have to pay for another subscription, so no story. You can try it for free, and they honestly don't charge you if you stop the subscription with your trial. I have tried that. I can say that for both Storytel and Everend, that they honestly don't charge you if you stop your trial. So I just put in my phone the last day or the day before the last day that I have to quit it, and then it's fine. I can't see if that one is set in summer or anything. But it also had 5 words in the title, so so it won't let me, as they don't have UK as country option. That sucks. Is there, there are a lot of Dutch people here. You need an address, you can have mine if you want. So if that makes you an account, I'm happy to do that for you. And I also can't see it on Everend, so it was Storytel. Then they take it off then, because it used to be on Everend. Found it on Everend. Search for other name. Great. Everend is weird. Everend, I think all of them are weird. I cannot see that the second book is in summer though, and I'm not sure about the first anymore. You want me to check? But again, it is also 5 words, so it would work for that if you want to. It was so scary. It was great. I loved it so much. I don't know. I can't see it. So I don't dare to say if that one was in summer, guys. I don't dare to promise. I forgot. I do want to warn you for trigger warnings for suicide attempts in that one. The Hunting of Beacon Hill has a person that tries to commit suicide because of the ghost. So go in there careful if that is a trigger warning for you. If it's a trigger warning for you and you have to know how it ends with that particular human, and then it might be okay for you, please send me a message on the Discord and I'll let you know. I will not say it here, obviously. But I am willing to let people know. So yeah, I think that's the plan now for me. Rebecca, The Hunting of Calypsy House, The Carol Hunt, and the second house. The second book of Ambrose Ibsen. Because Modern Maggot was And I just read the description of the ghost in the second book, and that also sounded disgusting. So yeah, it's gonna be great. It has to be great, right? Is there anyone who needs a recommendation for Summerween, for Game Nightathon, anything? Let us know. We're here to help. Oh, thank you. That's sweet of you. I also use BookBeat, which sounds very similar. Oh, yes, I have BookBeat too. I am trying that one right now. I thought I've tried it before and that it didn't really have a lot of books, but then it had the Storm of Sister and the Tangle of Spells, so I actually am enjoying it right now. Which is very similar. It's a subscription, but you pay for how many hours you want to be able to listen for it. Yes. Yeah, you have different categories, but that's the same. Everyone has different categories as well, right? Because under the series name. Yeah. Like, that makes sense, right? It sounded disgusting, but it's gonna be great. I love it. That's the vibe we're going for. This entire year has been mostly going off recommendations to read long. And you know, I love that even. Obviously, sometimes it doesn't work out. But then I found so many good books through you guys that I don't even have to know what the book is about right now. I'm like, yeah, I'll try it. Let's do it. If you think I like it, you're probably right. I'll try it. Absolutely. I love to do game nightathon as well, but I think a month-long readathon for after Amazing Readathon might be a bit much. But you know, I find that one way less intense. And I do think you like puzzles, Aiko, right? Because it is a bit of a puzzle one. Because you just have to find out which route you want to take to get the most points without, with reading the least amount of books, basically. And then you have the rolling of the die. You can do it beforehand, you can do it during, so then you can still get prompts during the month. That makes you enthusiastic again. But if you really would like to plan and no, I'm just going to read these 5 books this month, you can also do that with Game Nightathon. So that's why I like it. Also, Cleo finds it so funny if you bend prompts, so that's, good. Like, I feel more comfortable trying to bend prompts for her because she probably is gonna laugh about it. I'm going for the star prompt and then I will see. Yeah. Also, far I'm doing 10 readathons. Oh my god, Kate! So I'll probably be asking in the Discord for message. So, oh yeah, please do. Which 10? That's a lot. Yeah, the puzzle is it is absolutely so much fun. And you can make it as intricate as you want or as easy as you want. I have one bad read this year. It wasn't a recommendation to low impact this year as before. So that is good though. That is good. I'm a little over halfway on my book for like 10. I accept the fee. Yeah, it was so much and there were so much prompts and then not being able to strategize beforehand or pick books beforehand, that made it a bit hard. But like 10 is great. That's still very far. 10 readathons. Yeah, that's a lot. Yeah, I am actually thinking of doing that route too. Just because it sounds like fun and then it's a fun concept to vlog. And then I can just see it after Summerween, and if I still, if I fulfilled the prompts already with Summerween books, I'm gonna count them and then just roll another and see what I have to read next. Off with Our Hats by Zana Mikata. Sound a fun Korean inspired and want to read. Yes, just let me know. It is on my list. I also feel like I need to do part 3 of reading only Alice in Wonderland retellings because I have accumulated quite a few. Again, that's not including multiple year-long ones. That's... Kate, I'm just gonna say it. That's insane. I love you for it, but it's a bit insane. I would not dare to. Then, absolutely. I also want to do Tarot Reads and combine with Game Night on for extra. Yeah, right. Why not? Chaos enough. Why not? I really wanted to do Camp Enchanted in July, but I'm not sure. I still have to check with the nerve, and I only know that next week, at the end of the week, how it's going. And then we got news that changed the whole plans again for the second or third time now. So right now I actually have no clue what we're doing when in our vacation. And our vacation is the last week of July and or the first 2 weeks of August. So it's probably going to be August for Camp Enchanted. But honestly, I'm not sure if it's going to be a week long again or if this is just going to be a weekend one. Because I have to cancel my Disney trip twice now. So I really want to go away, and I don't know how long or where we're going or when, because that still needs to be planned, and we only want to plan it after we know my nerve is good for sure. I'm doing Game Night-a-thon, Mermaid Marathon, Battle of the Bands, Redwood Camping. That does sound fun. What do you need to do at the camping one? Monthly Book Bingo, Summer Wii, Magical Hoppathon, Hunger Games, Monster University, Shark Week. I have seen Magical Hoppathon, but I think it's just a bit too much for me to try to do 3, so I decided to just do 2. Yes, do it. I love to know all about all the fun retelling books. I need to read more myself. Oh, well, I have recommendations for you. The whole shelf is only Alice in Wonderland and the retellings. That's all Alice in Wonderland things. Is anyone going to be popping over to Barbara live in 5 minutes? I will be. Oh, is there a live? Then I'll go. I'll stop now, and you all can go. I might skip Final Book Support Group for once, but if yeah, same. I get that. That went over my head. I'm so sorry. Yeah, let's all go there. Let's finish this and go there. Let's go hunt Barbara for a bit. Parable of Talents live show. Yeah, I haven't read it, but I just want to say hi. So, I'll see you guys. Redwood Camping is very similar to Camp Enchanted with the badges. I'll pop in a link. Oh, yes, please. That sounds like a lot of fun. I wanted to introduce a lot of new badges this summer, but I think we're gonna do a bit of new badges in summer and then quite a few in the Halloween edition. So a lot of retelling, which share them with us. We need a retelling section in the Discord. I'll make one and we can share everything there. I haven't read it as well. Yeah, no, just want to say hi. Let's go overhead to Barbara, say hi there or talk with the whole book. But let's hunt her for a bit because that's fun, right? I was distracted by Bridget. I get that. I love that. Yeah. Sometimes you fall in a rabbit hole and that's just where you have to stay for a bit. Guys, thank you so much for reading this series with me, for hanging out with me once again. Thank you for everyone that is going to join in the next month. Or, the book series after that, whatever you want. Don't feel pressure to do so, but I'm happy to have you here. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, nerds.